Hello everyone and welcome to Corey Loses, where today we are going to be starting a new campaign in Stargate Empire at War Pegasus Chronicles, the Pegasus Prelude campaign as the Wraith. This is a mod we've covered a few times on the channel and I've always really enjoyed it. There were a few stability issues in the past, but I did a little bit of testing and a lot of them seem to have been fixed, so we're going to be playing as the Wraith. We've played as the Ancients twice already on the channel, so if you look through at the channel, I'm going to put a link in the description to the most recent playlist. You can check out that playthrough as well. One of the things I talked about during that playthrough as the Ancients was that I did want to try to actually watch Stargate and I guess learn a bit more about what was actually going on in the mod. If you don't know much about Stargate, it's certainly not necessary to play or enjoy the mod. I really enjoyed myself having never seen Stargate before. But now I'm about 7 seasons into SG-1. I believe this is more set in Stargate Atlantis, but at least I have some decent background information on like who the Ancients are, what the Stargates actually are. I saw the movie with Kurt Russell too. But like, there's a huge difference between Jack O'Neill Kurt Russell, Jack O'Neill, and Richard Dean Anderson. So, anyways, I'm really enjoying that. So if you haven't watched Stargate, then I recommend it. So, yeah. But we're going to be playing now, so the time has come to free this galaxy from the Lanteans. They've ignored us, they have let us evolve, and they never saw a threat in us while they expanded their territory and developed powerful weapons and spaceships. This ends now. We stayed in the shadows long enough, we have watched them, we learned. We are growing in number, but our territory gets smaller. It is time to fight back to secure new feeding grounds and wipe out the Lantean plague. The era of the Wraith has begun. Alright, so this could be a bit of an exploit if I just sat here, paused, because I seem to be getting the credits regardless. Anyways, there are a few planets that I think are completely unoccupied, and one of the coolest things about this mod is that there are a lot of... Oh, we were planning to... This is what I was going to say. We are planning to erase the Lanteans from this galaxy, but to do so we need an energy source fitting our needs. With it we could power our outpost on Arcanus again and build a large... Oh, here we go. Time's come to erase the Lanteans from the galaxy, but in order to achieve that our number has to grow. We need a lot of energy, much more than we could ever afford. Luckily our enemies have more energy than they need. That's kind of presumptuous. If we would be able to board one of their ships and get our hands on one of their power cells, we could power our outpost on Arcanus again. Build a large shipyard and create millions of soldiers and thousands of ships. The Lanteans would be powerless against such a force, therefore your task is to find a big Lantean ship and steal their power source. In order to get their shields down, we developed a new fighter, which has a weapon that interrupts the Lantean energy systems for a short period of time. So explore some locations to find a vulnerable Lantean warship. Right, I'm going to move these forces up a little bit. There isn't any ground combat in the Galactic Conquest mode right now, but they have been posting a few pictures. I think a few weeks ago they posted a picture of some updated SG-1 models, so like the actual team SG-1. But one of the coolest things about this mod is the extent to which they've taken some story missions. So there's a few different missions as both the Wraith and the Ancients. If you it is an open beta right now, so if you go to their website or their mod database profile, there'll be a link in the description. You'll be able to download their launcher, and then you just switch it in the settings to open beta and or Stargate open beta, and then it'll download that, or you can leave it in the default settings, and you'll be able to... We might have to retreat from this, but you'll be able to play either this or the older version, which was more skirmish oriented. I think a lot of that skirmish asset stuff is still in here for this build. I haven't actually tried skirmish in this build. I did play it before this. Okay, we're just going to retreat from Ganta. Because we don't have a strong enough fleet to actually challenge them. I just want to expand to as many unoccupied planets as we can right now. Because the Wraith ships are much weaker, and the Ancient ships are significantly stronger, but there's supposed to be fewer of them. So I'm going to try to get as much territory as we can early on, build up a bit of an economy, and then we'll be able to build a lot more of these guys.
I make it a practice.
Harbinger cruisers.
I do not know.
So as long as they aren't coming for us, which I don't think they are, we should be Good to go. So we'll need to build a couple bombers as well, but I want to build mostly infrastructure right now. So did lose those guys. What's this? Scout squadron. Okay, so it's really these guys we want to build. See how many asteroid mines we can build. Can't build anything at the gas nebula. We'll build those guys there. Do they control Leros?
Our lineage may have diverged.
Alright, so we're gonna retreat from here as well. At least we're finding out the borders of their territory. Hopefully they're not gonna attack us too early. I'm only playing on medium right now because I'm more interested in like finding all the different missions and everything. Because we did it as the Ancients on hard, and it was a bit more difficult. And they're supposed to lose anyways. So what I think I'm going to do is during the beta we're going to do this playthrough on medium, and then eventually when it's updated or when we come back to Stargate, I'm probably going to play on hard. I think we could actually do some damage here, but I don't think we can beat the ancient warship over there. So we will wait this out and retreat. I'm assuming that the fighter they were talking about in that tooltip is the ancient bomber. Or not the ancient bomber, obviously. The wasp squadrons.
Our lineage may have diverged.
I think sometimes the galactic map does lag a bit when there's some events firing, but this we can probably win actually. It's just some puddle jumpers.
I make it a practice to trust no one.
Do they even have a station here?
There are many Wraith who hunger. Very well.
We got some wasps.
Yeah.
Wasps.
Very well.
Form the
I mean,
bridge.
you guys
Take
can
us to hyperspace. Take
over
us
there.
to hyperspace.
But don't take you to hyperspace. I want you to stay here.
I make it a practice. Take us to hyperspace. No one.
Right, so the thing about
No.
retreating, I
Take
guess
us
since
to
these
hyperspace.
fighters aren't hyperspace equipped,
Take us to hyperspace.
they are
Take us to hyperspace.
they are not going
Take
to
us
retreat.
hyperspace.
That's something to keep in mind.
There are many
I want-
Wraith who hunger. Very well. Very well. Very well.
I think once we start doing some of the missions, we'll be able to
Very well.
grab some heroes.
You may begin.
No! Oh, killed it. Actually, do they even... Do puddle jumpers have jump drives? I don't know.
Our lineage may have diverged.
But... Oh, another planet we can probably take. As long as we can stop them from getting early expansion, we can probably stop their economy from taking off too much.
Yes. Very well.
I think that is a station, so let's see. I'm gonna wait till we're a bit
Very
closer.
well. Our lineage may have diverged. Our lineage may have diverged.
Right.
Form the bridge. Take us to hyperspace.
It should be right
I
there.
make it a practice to trust no one.
That was
I do not
a
know.
hyperspace prevention radius.
Let us begin.
Let's go on with
There are
that.
many Wraith. You may begin. There are many Wraith.
No! You're supposed to attack.
I make it
Don't
a
waste your ability
practice to
time.
trust no one. I do not know. I can't do that.
Apparently you can't.
Form the bridge. Let us begin.
Very well.
Alright, see if our squadrons can kill those puddle jumpers.
I make it a practice to trust no one. I do not know. Under these conditions, they will suffer.
Kill the lasers pointing our way.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
There are many
We
Wraiths.
best do that. Thought we had more squadrons of Wasp bombers.
Let us
Right, well.
I make it a practice to trust no one.
Just get that last laser cannon there.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Alright, there we go. It does seem a lot more stable now than it was.
Let us.
This is probably not going to be a super long playthrough. It's usually been like 4 or 5 episodes for the Ancient campaign, and I'm assuming this will be roughly the same length. So we will probably be going to maybe AOTR again after this, as another faction. But if there's any other suggestions you guys have, let me know in the comments, and I'll keep those in mind as I make a decision. Alright, so we got Goa'uld. Fall of Goa'uld. Looks like we get a discount at Arcanus.
All lineage may have diverged.
And I think the ship on Gunta, if we kill that, will that count as a
All
mission
lineage
being
may have
completed?
diverged.
We'll see how much it lets us get.
All lineage may have diverged. All lineage may have diverged.
Yeah, those don't have hyperdrive thingies. Yeah, this is a huge discount. Let's grab one of those. And we may as well grab a bunch of Wasp projects from there.
All lineage may have diverged.
How many of the Harbingers do we have? 16. Let's get up to 20 if we can. And then we'll try to attack. I don't know if we want to go for Leros and Duranda or if we want to go for Arcanus. It seems like the game probably wanted to go for Leros,
All lineage may have
considering how much closer it is to where you actually start. So how many do we have here? Now we have 21. So let's just grab the couple like that, and then we'll grab a Wasp squadron like that. And then we'll just go straight to Leros. May as well grab that while these are finishing building.
all lineage may have diverged.
I really want to get the artillery ships they have, because they do a lot of damage from a really long range, so then if we just protect them and have some vision of the enemy, we'll be able to do some serious damage. But for now, this will have to do. We'll have a lot of fighters, which is always helpful.
All lineage may have diverged.
Alright. In order to get their shields... Okay. So no extra information about what we're actually doing there. Grab one of these mines. Alright. So,
Very well.
we can fly around here, and I'm probably going to fill most of the pop cap with the Harbingers, just so we can use that power to weapons ability,
Very well.
or double power, whatever it's called.
Very well. Very well. Very well. Very well. Very well. Very well.
Where is...
Our lineage may have diverged. Our lineage may have diverged.
Let's see how much damage we
Our
can do
lineage
like this.
may have diverged. Our lineage may have diverged.
Or if we're just gonna die.
Our lineage may have diverged. Our lineage may have diverged.
A lot of their Corvettes are just gonna fly
Our
away,
lineage may have diverged.
which is kind of how you expect stuff to work
Our
in
lineage
EAW.
may have diverged.
Storm the bridge, take us to hyperspace. I'm
Alright, let's see if we can get this down.
Under these conditions, they will suffer heavy losses.
I
There are
fired
many
that too soon.
I make it a practice. I'm afraid I can't. I do not know.
Because they were all still coming around.
Storm the bridge, take us to hyperspace. You may begin.
Right. I think this fleet is weaker than the one at Ganta, though.
There are many
They
Wraiths.
will suffer heavy losses. You may begin. Form the bridge. I'm afraid I can't do that. You may begin.
Alright. As long as they don't have too many fighters around.
You may begin.
Luckily that turned around.
I make it a practice. Take us to hyperspace. I do not know.
I mean, not luckily, that's how the AI behaves in Empire at War, but...
Under these conditions, form the bridge. They will suffer heavy losses.
Okay, so we lost one of
I'm
them,
afraid I can't do that.
but that
Our
shouldn't be
lineage may have diverged.
a problem. We're gonna lose another one here.
I make it a practice. Take us to hyperspace.
But we did take down the shields on the engine cruiser.
There are many Wraiths. Very well.
We do have our bombers. So let's get ready to take out the frigate. Is this a frigate? No, destroyer. This is a frigate.
I make it a practice. No one. They will suffer heavy losses.
Alright.
Storm the bridge. I'm afraid I can't do that.
After we're done getting the hard points off of this, we're gonna
I
use
make it a practice.
the power weapons ability, take down probably the destroyer. Let's actually get
Our lineage
a couple
may have
more of them in
diverged.
range, or in position, not in range. I guess also in range, but not what I meant.
Under these conditions, they will suffer heavy losses. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Alright, so we're gonna get them ready.
Practice to trust no one.
Go in.
No.
It's gonna be hard to get past the station like that, but we'll see.
They will suffer heavy losses. I'm afraid I can't do that.
There are many Wraiths.
Probably could have held off on that a little bit longer too, but
Form the bridge. Under these conditions, they will suffer heavy losses.
Our lineage may have diverged.
our lineage may have diverged, but
There are many Wraiths.
or are they just telling me as a fun
I make
fact?
it a practice to trust no one. I'm afraid I can't know. Form the bridge.
Oh well.
I make it a practice to trust no one. I do not know. They will suffer heavy losses. I'm afraid I can't form the bridge. I make it a practice to trust no one.
Alright.
I do not know. Suffer heavy losses. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Okay, so we actually didn't do too bad as far as losses
Our
go
lineage
here.
may have diverged.
We haven't won yet, but we've taken out the two bigger ships, more or less.
I make it a practice.
And we didn't lose the entire fleet, which is what I was thinking we might do.
I'm
So,
afraid I can't form the bridge.
all in all, a good day for the Wraith.
There are many Wraiths.
You may begin. I make it a practice to trust. Take us to hyperspace. I do not know. Under these conditions, they will suffer heavy losses.
Let's just jump one
Our
of these guys in
lineage may
here.
have diverged. Our lineage may have diverged.
Form the bridge. I make it a practice to trust no one. I'm afraid I do not know.
Alright, Destroyer's pretty much dead. It is destroyed.
Form the bridge. Under these conditions, I make they will suffer heavy loss. No one. I do not know.
No.
I'm afraid.
Okay, so will this get us the mission victory though, or the power thing? Like, will this count?
I make it a practice to trust no one. Under these conditions, I do not know. They will suffer heavy losses.
Come on, 1 hard point.
I'm afraid I can't do that. Form the bridge. Let us begin.
Get these guys ready to come in. Hopefully this will get us some
All lineage may have diverged.
better ships to work with.
Trust no one. I do not know.
Because they're always going to have better ships, but it's
I'm afraid
we'll at
I
least have
can't.
something that can
I make it a practice.
put out a bit more damage.
I do not know.
Let's
Under these conditions,
the frigate.
they will suffer heavy losses.
And we'll get these ones that are just coming in now. Focus on the starbase.
I do not know. Form the bridge.
I'm not sure what the relative power is on the starbases to their ships, but it seemed like their ships were
I make it a practice.
stronger. It may just be because they had more hard points, and maybe these hard points are stronger.
Form the bridge.
But
I'm afraid I can't do that. You may begin. I make it a
those are the reasonings for my
I
decisions.
do not
There
know.
are many Wraith.
Form the
Right.
bridge.
You can finish that, and then the rest of you. Nope.
Trust no one.
You finish that.
I do not know. Take us. I'm afraid I can't do that. Form the bridge.
I think we lost, what, 6, maybe 7? As long as we can kill these lasers, yeah, we should be able to
They will suffer heavy losses.
before this one dies.
I make it a practice to trust no one. I'm afraid I can't. know.
Like, they have that artillery cruiser and the hive ships, and those are pretty good. Plus, I think there's one other good
Under these conditions,
anti-ship
they will
capital.
suffer heavy losses.
All lineage may have diverged.
I probably could have used the bombers a lot more in this
I'm
battle.
afraid I can't.
Done a bit better, but
Let us begin. I make it a
That's gonna get
practice to
away.
trust no one. I do not know.
Alright. Oh, we lost 12 of them. At the Lantean station above Leros, we could secure some of their heavy fighters and bombers. We aren't able to pilot them because the Lanteans secured their technology by adding a genetic lock mechanism to it. We can't find a way around. If we study them, we'll be able to construct our own heavy fighters and bombers. Oh, that's cool. But did we capture anything? Do I need to do something else to capture? Do I need to leave them alive until last? I'm not quite sure how that mission's supposed to work. Alright, I guess we'll just issue a few more build orders here. We'll keep building our economy. Well, a vulnerable Lantean warship. So is that something... Is that going to be a separate one? No. We won't be able to beat this. These are some strong ships. Ancient warship, ancient cruiser, ancient frigate. Alright, so we'll just lose this, and then that'll probably... Nope. Alright, there was an exception error there, so that's probably going to be a good place to end it for this episode. I will try to recover something and see if I'm able to get back on track from that, but thank you for watching. We're probably going to do this on Saturdays and Tuesdays, so next episode, hopefully we're back in position to continue the campaign. So thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, here are some more videos you may enjoy. Also, please consider becoming a subscriber, leaving a like, a comment, or becoming a patron on Patreon today. Your support is what keeps the channel going and is greatly appreciated.